Today we're going to attempt to tidy up the Mendy a little bit. And bring them bricks along this edge. It's a new bit of walkway. But now we'll get on, we'll see how we get on later. A bit digging out and a bit laying down. Now I've got my gobbo mix, but I'm not confident to lay it all down in one hit. So I'm going to bed 4 or 5 in a row, I think, or 3 or 4 in a row, just to get the levels right, make sure I'm happy with it for good charging in. See how we get on this time. That's on the blade. Do a little bit of lunch. What we've done, I've laid all over here and bashed them out with me a little bit because they've all been recycled from the previous job. Now I have to take them out again and prepare the bed for them to be cemented in.
After lunch, Steve has the bricks in position.
All the bricks are in place now.
I just said that.
I'll put a bit more packing under those 2 slabs as well, which out of the 3 that were left to do, we've got 2 outside ones, but sorry, the 4 that needed doing. No, it was 3, but pardon. I got the outside one sealed up, and the other 2 hadn't got anything underneath solid. So I've put some concrete underneath there, packing. I've done the same with the bricks on the edge there, and now I'm mixing cement because I've got to obviously go between the bricks on this back wall and also between them. So while the cement mixer's doing its thing, look, the sun's out, all the clothes are getting dried. Lovely jubbly.
Isn't it time for a coffee?
We will, while it's mixing, we'll go and make a coffee, I think.
I've just set down.
2 more minutes, we'll get set, so we'll get them bricks set.
Can I have my wages now, Steve?
End of day. Got cement in between the blocks on there. And the partition. We've got my bricks and my blocks cemented in there and pointed up.
They look good. Very
also
professional.
These down here. Bit cheating on these now because although I've done between the slabs, I haven't actually done underneath them. Over here, I've just used the old blocks that I've took up just when I'm walking about this bit. This isn't long term the path. I've just laid 3 more across here to make it a bit easier. They came from across there.
No
so
one's
just got
interested, Steve.
Get rid of the stones, and all that area then can be dragged clear. And then I'm nearly done for out here. And that'll be winter then, won't it?
Can I have my wages, please? Steve, I'm getting bored now.
One of the first jobs today is to bag some of that muck up. We've got another person wants some of my topsoil, so hopefully I can get rid of some of that, save me having to drag it about. Sunday, I've had sort of half a day today. It's Sunday, but I've took a fair bit of the hill away. Someone is coming to pick that up this afternoon. So I've bagged a lot of it up for them and put it out the front, make it easier for them. Just had to go tidying up down the bottom here a little bit as well. After yesterday's cementing all the bricks in. This was a bit of well, it still is, but I'm just moving the rubbish further across. All that on here. So I'm trying to get this levelled out to carry all that stonework on here. Ready for the gate and the the smaller panel, which I haven't bought yet, but I'm going to prep it first before we go and sort it out. Yeah, that's it for today. Managed to, the weather's held off. It's been overcast all day, but we are literally one day away from October, so we ain't done bad. Well, it's October. It's the last day of September tomorrow, let's put it that way. I've got more of this garden done than I thought I'd be able to because of the weather being a bit kinder. Or me being a bit of a mug and getting my wellies on and just getting stuck in. Either way, it don't matter. We've got to this point and I'm more than happy with it. Good morning. The rain has caused us to come indoors. But we will start on the bathroom project. And the first stage is getting these tiles off. The polystyrene, so obviously flammable, so they're going to have to go, as is the architraving or coving. So let's see how we get on with this. Not very clean shower, is it? But it's good for catching all the crap off the ceiling. That's a morning's work. But what I've done, and I probably didn't need to do, is once I've took a tile off, I've actually tried to scrape flat the dobs of plaster, which, to be honest with you, I probably won't bother. We don't need to, because we're going to have the ceiling plastered again. But I still think that if I can get them off and reasonably flat, it'll help the plaster anyway, won't it? Rather than having to put a great big thick coating of it on.
You are very thoughtful, Steve.
So that's where we are at the moment. I'm going to just muck out the shower cubicle, have a bit of dinner, and then I'll see if I can crack on and get the rest of the ceiling and the coving off. Good morning, everyone. Hope you can hear the sound of the rain beating on the roof. Just looking out of our window here.
Please don't send me out in the rain again.
See the state of play out there, because up to 2 days ago I was quite happy in the garden, tidying up pathways, etc. But look at it now.
I bet he does send me out in the rain. He's horrible. And he still hasn't paid me.
So we are, whether I want to or not, we're at the inside job now. Change the bulb in here, just for the time being, to a bright one. Just going to show you what I've been up to yesterday. Took all the COVID and the tiles off because there's polystyrene, which is fire hazard. And obviously all the blobs of plaster or dab and dab, or whatever you call it, put the tiles on, the use. It sets like hard chewing gum. So I've tried to break some off there. I'm going to try and tie that up a bit this morning if I can, because there's quite a few different holes that need filling in, etc. And because of the weather outside, I've got to be indoors, so I might as well just carry on with this job. It's got to be done. See how we get on.
While he's showing you these boring pictures, I am going to look for another job.
All the coving and the polystyrene tiles are off. I've scraped a few big lumps off it, and I can carry on doing a bit more of that to try and bring it a bit more level. But obviously it's probably about, I don't know, probably about 1 mil, 1.5 mil thick, the bits that are left on there now. I can carry on scraping some more off if need be. But it's hard going, so I don't want to have to scrape more off than if the covering is going to be more than that. But I'll carry on anyway, knocking some more off. Okay. Thanks.
If anyone need a cute narration or voiceover, my name is Maisie.
Day 3 on this ceiling in the bathroom. We've now got all of the, shan't go in there because that's that fluorescent tube that flickers. I've got it all now down to the ceiling height or below. Good morning, good folk. Today we're back in the bathroom. I've pulled up the lighting. It's in the loft space. We've got to fill the hole in, which will take 2 or 3 goes, I think, because I had to pull it through with the what do we call it? The chocky block connector sort of thing. There's that many wires to it. I didn't actually disconnect them all, so I just made the hole a bit bigger and pulled it all through. Connected it up there, so it still works. The fan still works in here, but we've got no light, obviously, because our man's coming tomorrow to plaster it. So I've covered everything over because I've got to go up there now and do some 2-to-1 mix PVA to seal it, and also before I start bashing these tiles off this wall for Ross, I'm actually going to put some PVA on that I've already took off, so it gives it a chance to seal it as well. So that's our plan for today. Bit of a confined space again, but I'll be glad when this one's done, really. But again, each level of the job's one less to do, isn't it? And a bit less muck. We make some muck, then we tidy up, then there's less next time. So we'll see how we get on with that today. Oh, also, before I forget, I did get round to ordering my gate and my fence panel, so that there will be some potential for outside work today as well. But the weather's holding at the moment, but the ground is still wet out there. But it won't stop me going out there if I get a chance. Come to the wagon. Kickboard, which I've got to cut down. Concrete post, which I've got to fit in here. And we've got a gate. Then a panel, which will have to be cut down because I've got to get the gate and the panel in that gap there. I've got two packs of 10 of thin lats. Not quite sure what these were. 19B40s, I think. 19mm40. 4.2 metres long, and they're for making me trellis work across the back. I was going to buy some trellis panels already made, but A, this is cheaper, and B, it's made of more sturdier wood. So I'm happy with that, actually. But I've got to get back to my internal jobs. Been busy doing other things today, cutting lawns more than anything else today. But it's been a dry day, but we have got the start on this job. Just put a marker post there on Tony's side, and then I'll work backwards on where the hole needs to be, and then we'll cut that. So it's digging the hole and concreting the post in tomorrow, but tomorrow is more important with the bathroom, with the ceiling being plastered. But watch this space for tomorrow. Saturday morning, and Lawrence the plasterer should be due in the next half hour, so I've had to prep everything, basically cover everything up with a can. Took the cabinet off the wall. I think that's going in anyway. Tried to protect most stuff because this plaster's a bit, I imagine he's very professional and he'll look after it properly, but there's going to be splashes, isn't there? That hasn't dried properly yet. I'm going to have to make a bigger hole in the ceiling to take the light away, but I'm sure Lawrence can sort that out. Right, I'll leave him to get on with it. I'm thinking about this project again overnight. I was going to start digging my post, but then I've realised that I don't like that kicking in like that. It's pulled across by about 6 inches because when we originally did it, I was trying to avoid the yew tree that was planted here. Now the yew tree's gone. I think I'd like to swing that fence over only probably 3 inches, but it'll it kicks back too much. I want it to be in a straight line so that when the gate's here, the gate's got to sit at 90 degrees to the path, not on an angle like that. It won't look right. So I've got to try and bring that across if I can. Don't really know, because it's concrete in, it's not going to be much fun doing, but I'm going to have to dig it out. I might be able to dig out in front of it and then just tease it across with a bar. That's what I'm hoping to do. If it gets worse than that, I'll just have to get the angle grinder out and get another post and concrete another one in. But anyway, it's a challenge. That's a filling in job. I can't get that done in 5 minutes. Also, today's going to be more with regards to the bathroom project than outside here, but we'll just keep coming back to it, I think. Lawrence has put some patching on the scrib. Just had to let that, you didn't want to stick to start with. Maybe I should have been a bit tackier, but he's managed to get the stick. Now he's mixing up. Mixed up his plaster. It looks like he's bashing the old plaster off his paddle. So I don't think that'll take him too long.
Steve's paid me, but is annoyed because he wanted me to plaster the ceiling, but I can't reach it.
It's got 2 coats on. Wait for it to dry a bit. It's done the finger test, it ain't quite dry before I can do the top coat. Sunday morning, I got up a bit earlier today then. Rather than make a lot of noise, don't disturb the neighbours with some bashing about. I've done a bit of gardening. Took probably about 10 bags. Well, now about six full bags or 20 bucket loads or whatever it is that were already bagged up out the way. And I've just been digging a bit, as you can see by the weeds and the roots, and then levelling that out a bit.
I've told Steve I have been offered another job.
But I'm
on
getting
television
on today, if the weather holds, which I think it will do. I just want to get the gate in situ and my post. Now, I've had a similar problem to what I had when I put that panel in above, or that post at the side of that inspection chamber. When I got digging down here, there's actually a pipe running across where I want to be, in that corner. So I've had to do what I did with the other one, put the post in temporary, measured it up, so it's level with that one, and I've chopped that off the bottom. So hopefully when it's in situ, it will be in line that post, so it all looks okay. I'm going to have to put the camera down and then start having a go at this, because I've got some indoor jobs to do today as well, but I just want to get this set. Sunday afternoon, this is a bit awkward because I've had to move that post forward because originally it was further across. Now I was trying to set this one because it's going to be the gate post. I've bolted the wooden post inside there, but I've had to drill these posts because they didn't have holes in them. So I've managed to screw the board on because that's where it's going to be hinged off this one. Now normally I put the panel in and the kickboard, but I'm not going to do it on this one. I put the kickboard in to line it up and square it up, but I'm not going to put the panel in because I've got to cut it down.
You are so
and what I'm going to do is
Steve.
I'm going to cut it down, rebuild it, take the end off it, cut it down, put it together again, and then slide it in over the top. I know it's a bit awkward, but it'd be the best way of doing it so I can get the gate where I want it. It's important to get this post set today, and I'm going to do that now, all being well. Just wanting to get these autumnal colours in before we lose them all. Isn't that beautiful? It's a shame that they have to drop off and die so quickly. It's been changing on a daily basis, first from green to yellow, orangey colours, then to the red. Could be red though. Now today, I'm actually working mostly indoors, but before my tea break this morning, I thought I would come and check on this bad boy. Yesterday we had fun and games getting it lined up. With the assumption that this post is solid enough. Yeah. So what I've got to do is fix a gate and this panel, and I think really cutting down the panel will be the first job. Then it just gives that bit of privacy. Then there's only the gate to worry about. So I'm going to have a go at that this morning before tea break. Hopefully I can cut it down and fit it before then. Beat the weather. We had another load of soil go yesterday, which was quite pleasing, and he wants some more for next week. So again, I can get rid of a bit more of the muck pile. And I'll put it down to size. Now I've got to try and get it up and over there if I can. The plan here is to, that's the top, that's the bottom. I've took the back edge off, and I've took the top ridging piece off, which are here and here. That's the first bottom sheet panel. Now I've got to measure the 53 inch of the slot in that end post and that one. So 53 inches and 53 inches there. That end's all nice and neat because that's how it came. And now I've got to cut back here 53 inches, including the end panel. So it's going to bring that somewhere like that. And then I cut it straight down. Cut the top one down as well. Nail it all back together. A little bit of luck. It'll fit and just drop in there. But we'll have to have a look, see how it goes. Looking for lunch now. Just got that one in, cut down and fitted in it. Tony and kind neighbours and Bruce. So I cut it short, and then he realised that we've got to lift the gravel board up to make it fit. Just got the door or the gate to hang, and that'll have all that lot done. I'm well pleased that I've moved that post forward. It's still slightly on the slightly on the bend, but nothing as drastic as it was.
Excellent piece of work again, Steve. And I would like to thank you for my pay
So that'll
rise.
conclude this morning's work. We'll see what the weather holds, what we do this afternoon. Just coming here by natural daylight, but showed the ceiling in the bathroom. That moment's did. About dry actually, which is quite good. Maybe coming in here to have a go at the tiles this afternoon, but I'd still like to get the gate on outside first, if I can. If the weather changes, I won't. I should be in here. There we go. 2 o'clock, come out for another hour after dinner. Got the gate on, fence on. The problem is, Cass spotted that I've got 3 different brackets. The top one wasn't in very good position
Surely
anyway.
you mean hinges.
But it's going to have to do, I'm afraid. What I did do this end, see it's really open nice. We put a bracket of some sort called open if we need it open. And it just shuts against that. And it's not a bad fit. I like them fitting tight. Give it a shove. Now I've got to get some more door furniture for opener and a bolt sort of thing for it. But at the moment, this is more than adequate. Since it was all open before, it doesn't really matter, does it? We're down this way. I'm not going to tempt fate, but we've got some good neighbours around here and good. We're in a cul-de-sac position, so there aren't too many undesirables trying to look around the place, thankfully. But that's given us that security all along the front there. And it doesn't stop the neighbours or people going past enjoying our garden. Albeit still looking a little bit like a tip, but that doesn't look too bad, does it, along the front there? So now we go and tackle the bathroom project. Right, I knew this job was going to be a bit of a pig. I didn't realise how much of a pig though. You can see the tape on here. These old houses. They decided to put the tiles on a bed of concrete for some reason. So I'm leaving that top tile on, and then it started tapering out to there. Then it went to there, look. Look at that. Why would you want to put? That's what I've got to try and do. Take all of that off along the length of this wall, behind the toilet, and across under the window. Ross seems to think that he can handle the tiles above. I think what they do is scrape them or something so the new tiles can adhere to them. It saves them to take all of them off as well because it's a nice flat surface. But I don't know. All I know is I've got to get rid of all this stuff and it's hard going. So I'm going to crack. Luckily, Lawrence lent us a tool chisel thing, which, although it's still hard going, it makes the job a bit easier. We'll see how we get on now.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Portuguese Utopia. Steve has kept me on as a replacement for a trial period. So I am happy at the moment. Next episode Steve has a couple of letdowns. I hope you will come along and see if he gets it sorted out. Once again thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe as Steve is trying to increase his subscriptions to 500. Thanks. Bye.